G'day, welcome back again to Dad vs Son and our playthrough of the campaign game of Fortress Europa from Compass Games. And we're about to go on with turn 16, which is the last week in September. And the whole of September so far we have had storms. Hopefully we can do a little bit better. Okay, to give the broad overview of how things are going at the moment. We have the German West Wall southern component here, which is really beefed up and is going to be a tough nut to crack. I need to get more units down there, that's for sure. The northern portion is also beefing up quite well with the reinforcements that have come on and all the rest of it. And if we don't get any air again this time, then the Germans will pick up some more replacements, which I want to try and stop because then they're going to be starting to be able to bring units back on as well. So that's a bit nasty. So that's going to be a bit of a push as well, but hopefully we can do something there. The British forces to the south are starting to do something. The Canadians, we're going to start trying to move up through this way, make life a little bit more interesting. They may be able to cut around and do something. We'll just have to wait and see. The Americans to the north are still clearing out the Calais Basin. We've got troops coming forward to help with that as we can try and take out Brussels, which is extremely difficult without air. That's simple as that. But the other forces here with Bradley, Simpson, will look after this area for the moment while Patton's playing here, unless we can get some good air, in which case I may actually even cut Patton loose to try and punch through, and then actually bring Hodge back in to bring into these ones rather than taking him off the board as such. Though you're still going to have to go off the board to come back on. But I've still got Dempsey that can come back on if we get some relatively good weather. Down to the south in the Mediterranean, again, Marseille is going to be a bit of a shit fight to crack. And I may need to bring more American forces into there rather than have the French do it. But it's going to be a bit of a pinch no matter which way we go. So that's how we stand at the moment. So let's get into it and see what we can do. So, of course, the turn track's already being done. So the important bit at the moment is the weather. Still in September. And we get a 1. And a 1 is clear weather. Thank God. I really didn't need to lose any more like that. Okay. So we have clear weather. The Germans have 1 aircraft left. So our air allocation phase. So again, I'll pause it there, work out what I want to do, and then we'll see what we can work out. Won't be long. Righto. So what I've set up is 1 on the V sites so that we can get our full British replacements. We don't have to worry about the SAC for U-boats. I've got 2 on attacking the German replacements, 1 on counter-air, 1 on bridge attacks, and all the other attack except for this one is on ground support. So that's going to give me 6 for there, which gives me 2 good attacks. Okay, for the German, he has a 3, which is ground support. Okay, which goes there. So a 4 to 5 would have been German replacements, and a 6 is German ground support. So that would have been wiped out by that. That's why I put it there. But didn't work. So he snuck through. Okie dokie. So we have our ground support. Yay! Okay, so our bridge attacks, what I'm going to do is I'm going to put that over here, because I don't want these guys sneaking down this way at the moment. So it's going to help to slow them down a little. Not a great deal, but a little. So the V1 sights can go. So we've got full there. So we go into the next, which of course is the replacement phase and the partisans. Okay, so we get our full replacements. So let's have a look at what we get there. So the Americans for September still get their 3. So they will take 1 armour and 2 infantry again. And the British, again, they only get 2 the whole way through. So again, they'll take 1 armour and 1 infantry. Like that. Okay. What do we want to do with them? Is there anything we want to do with them? And if we come down here to start with, again, all our American forces are good to go. If we look here, all of our available British forces are good to go. We can't do anything with the Canadians or the Poles, so that's good. We look over here, we've got 1 tanky, so we'll do him. Put a can't move on him. We've got 2 infantry there, that will do as well. They go under him. So that's 1 tank, 2 infantry, and everybody else is good. So I'll take those off. So 2 infantry takes us down to 3 infantry, and 1 tank takes us down to 5 tank. 5 armour. Okay, now, is there anything we want to do on the board here to bring people up to strength? And there is not. Everybody is fully up to strength, except for paras and so forth, which I can't do. Right. Okay, so that is that. And then we have our 1 unit that we're getting this time, which is the 102nd Infantry Division, which I'm going to put in Africa. I think maybe. Yes, Africa. Righto. Partisans. And we have partisans. So again, what I'm going to do with them is I'm going to put them down here, and I'm going to put them right there to block that rail line. Suppose I could come further forward to here. Doesn't really matter. So we'll block the rail line there like that. And then we go into the first movement impulse. And what am I going to do? Righto, so I want to bring troops on, that's for sure. And I can bring 6 troops on because all of the U-boats are gone. So I have 1, 2, 3 American divisions here. They can come on, and they can actually come on into a port. They don't necessarily need to come on in here and then come all this way around. So I can't bring them into Toulon, but I can bring them into Caen. So there they are. Yep. Okay. These guys can move 7, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then I can take them off, and they'll just go back to Africa, and that keeps my supply capacity exactly the same at the moment, which is currently on 21. Okay, so that's going to give me 6 infantry divisions for patch to start looking at Marseille. Now up north we have Hodges with 3 infantry divisions in Cherbourg, and I'm going to pull them off, and they're going to go to England. So that gives me a supply capacity of 4, but I can only bring 3 more units on. So I'm going to, in fact, that's 4, and I've got 2 other, I suppose I may as well bloody show you rather than just talk about it. I've also got these 2 units here, which I'm going to go 1, 2, off, and that's 6 more supply points, but I'm going to bring 3 units on, and I'm going to bring Dempsey, the 43rd, and the 3rd Infantry Divisions on, and they're going to come on at Ostend. No, sorry, at Anvers. Oh, I haven't taken Anvers yet? No, I haven't taken Anvers yet, I don't think. So they'll come on at Ostend. That's okay. And that still gives me 3 more, 1, 2, 3, supply capacity to 24. So that's everything that's moving on or off the map at the moment. So it's going to come down to what we do now. Okay, so let's start down here. I think what I'm going to do is let the French run roughshod over this way. So this bloke here can only move 3, 1, 2, 3. Then he can move 2 in Genova. That's good. So he's going to go 1, 2, 3 to there. This guy can go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's leave those there at the moment. Patch. So I've got these ones here, and they're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 and 4 to there. Patch can follow up. This guy can go 6, but he can only move to there at the moment because we're in mountains. This guy and this guy can go 1, 2 to Delaterre, like that. And then these 3 can go 1, 2 to here. No, they'll go 1, 2. In fact, no, let's move these out. He's going to go 1, 2, 3, and he's going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then these ones here can go 1, 2, 3 to here, like that. So that's everything down here moved for the first impulse. I don't have enough to go in there yet. So that's good. Let's look here and see if we can do anything here. So we need to take out this guy, and at the moment I've got a 7 there, I've got a 6 here, but these are really wanting to take out Brussels to free up to go. Okay, so I've got 3 of these here, so they can go 1, 2, 3, 4 to Amiens, like that. And this guy can go 4, 1, 2, 3, 4 to there. He's in there for 10. We have 5, 11, 18. I can make that 20. So those 2 will go up to there. This fellow here will come over to here, like that. And we have 1, and that'll bring this to a 2 to 1 without any air, at least. Okay. Dempsey's forces here are going to go 1, 2, 3 into there, and we'll roll for the 18 for the port. And we get a 1, so we pick up another 18. So we have 24, and 18 is 42. So we now have 42. So I'm just going to put a little die on there to remind me that it's a 42, not just a 2. Righto. So that's good. And we'll put our marker on there, so we know we have those now as well. Okay. Do we cut Patton loose and just isolate Brussels? And I think we might, what do we get up here? 4, 8, 11 is 22. That's a 1 to 1. But if we can punch through Arnhem, then we can start to get up this way. I think that's a worthwhile one now. So Patton will hang slack there. And these 3 armoured units, yeah, are going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to there, so that they're not attacking across the river. Yay! This guy will move to here. So we have zones of control all around. This guy here, I think I'm going to send him forward. Yeah, we can do that. So he's going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 into there. And the 83rd Infantry here will go 1, 2, 3, 4 to maintain our blockade of Brussels. And once these guys here have finished, then they can take Brussels. And I think that's fair enough. So that's got there done. Now this is the tricky part. And I still think what we're going to do is leave these guys pushing up. There's only 12. but 1, 2, 3, 4. Like that. And this bloke's here for 6. So I think we're going to try and do something there. And we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, then we've got to attack both. 5. 1. It's a 1-to-1. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So maybe that's not a good idea. Anywhere in there I've got to attack 2. Infantry moving up to here would be a 1. They're in a fortress. So he's doubled. Fortress again. Fortress. Defender doubled, but the armor is... Okay, so that's 6, 7, it's 14. If we go 1, 2, that's still good. They can do that. 14. So we'll go 1, 2. We'll go 1, 2, 3. So now we have parity. Canadians can... Let's send the guards up. 1, 2, 3. And if we get another 6 up there, but we can't, which is a pain, and this guy will come down. 1, 2 with Monty. I'll leave those there at the moment. Let's see if we can do a little bit of a through there, bust a hole in the center. Okay, so that is our first movement. Now we can't get in there to give any support, which is a pain. Righto, so we're up to our first impulse, combat impulse. So I'm going to pause it, work it out, come on back, and we'll see the fur fly and see what happens. Rightio, so our 3 attacks at the moment. We have a 2-to-1 using naval support here. We have a 4-to-1 into Arnhem using 3 tack, and we have a 4-to-1 into the outskirts of Saarbrücken here in this fortified, again using 3 tack air. Now, using the Germans the way I'm using them at the moment to help offset, I am really not sure which way they want to go, whether they're happy for us to punch through potentially the centre, or they're worried about us going this way. And realistically, I think they're more worried about us going this way because there's just nothing to stop us. So that's where I'm going to put the German air. So this comes down to a 3-to-1. So we have a 2, a 3, and a 4-to-1. Okay. So let's just bring this around here so I can actually get a die roll in. And we'll start up here with the 2-to-1 and work our way around. 2-to-1 for a 4 is an exchange. So this guy is gone because he's a garrison, and this guy here will be reduced. So this was a 15 245th, goes up there. Okay, so that goes away. That goes away. We still have 3 naval that we can use, which may come in handy for the second combat impulse. Righto, so our next is a 3-to-1 up here. Oh, a 2. 3-to-1, of course, is an E2. Okay, so we've got a 6 unit here. That'll take the first hit. And one of the 8-6 units will take the second hit. And then the Germans get to take a hit. They're both 4-3 units. Yeah. That unit would be lost, so they'll just take... That unit is gone. And again, that's a 15, the 346th. Okay, so... E2, Tacker retreats all defending units 1 hex. And it's a city, so they can retreat 1 hex. We're going to push them down this way, like that. So the air is finished. And the dies are done. Die, 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 die. Lots of die-dies. Which leaves us with our 4-to-1 over here. For a 4, which is a D1. Okay. So this is a single step unit. They don't want to lose that. If they lose him, he's gone forever. Are they going to need the leadership? No. So they're going to lose him. Okay, so that's a 7 unit. And that was Dolman. Goodbye, Brandenburger. Okay, so D1. And we retreat them 2 hexes, except they're in a fortification, so they don't have to. So they stay there. Right. Aircraft go away. Ripper Reader. And that's our 3 combats. So we've cleared people out of Dunkirk, we've cleared people out of Arnhem, and we've helped to reduce this unit block there. So we go into our second movement phase. Right. Okay. So these guys are now sitting here for 8 with nothing, and we've got 4, 8, 16. Okay, so let's bring this guy forward. 1, 2 into Arnhem. And this guy forward. 1, that's 14 to 8. And this guy forward. 1, that's 18 to 8, which is great. Patton can come forward. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to there. So we're going to have a battle there, which is good. Again, we can't get anybody in there, so it's just going to be a 2-to-1. So I don't really need to worry too much. So we know that's going to be 2-to-1 with no support. Okay. Now we've got here 6, 12, 19. That's not enough for anything. Dempsey can move 4. So I'm going to bring Dempsey down 1, 2, 3, 4. And these guys will just move up with him to here. And they're just helping to isolate Rotterdam a little bit, like that. I think there was too much in here. Yeah, we've got 8. Well, in fact, 4, 7, 10. yeah, there's 22 in there. So if we brought these in 19, nowhere near enough. Here we have 10 again in Calais. Oh, in fact, before we do that, we've rolled for there. We need to... Oh, that's right. There's no port in Arnhem, dickhead. So there's 10 in there. I can bring this guy up, but then it'd be both. I've got 13, 15. I can make that a 2-to-1 as well. So we'll do that. We're going to move into Dunkirk. Like that. Bradley will come up. Like that. We roll for Dunkirk. And we get a 4, so it is good to go. And that gives us another 2, which takes us up to 44 for our supply capacity. Okay, that's going to be a, what did I say, 7, 13, 15, 16, and 4 is a 2-to-1 as well. Right, now we've got Simpson coming up with his people. I'm going to keep moving these guys and Simpson straight down here. So this guy can go 1, 2, 3, 4 to St. Quentin, and these 3 infantry can go 2 from Amiens into St. Quentin. And they can join up with these guys to take out Brussels. Right, that's that. These guys here, he can move 1, 2, 3, 4. I don't want to separate him from his troops. So they're just putting pressure up this way as well. Over here, this is now down to 6 is 12, and we have 8, 15, 22. Damn, that's 1-to-1. Not much I can do about it. This guy's going to go 1, 2, 3 to here. Oh. Or is he? No, I can't afford to do that. He's going to go... I need to move the poles forward so they can go 1 into there. And he can go over there with the poles. And these 2 can go 1. Ooh, I'm leaving an opening through there then. We can do this. Okay, so we're going to bring Montgomery down. Duh! With the 4th. We're going to leave the infantry there in the mountains, like that. So we've still got this blocked off here. And this is a 1-to-1. I may as well mark that now as well. It's not gonna be pretty. No, no, no. Okay, which leaves us down here now. So we have 5, 15, 20, 16 there. And we have 5, 10, 15. There is 31. So if we go into there, it's going to be a 1-to-1. I can put 1 naval down there, but this is going to help. And I think a 1-to-1 at the moment, no, not without some air. So 1, 2, 3, 4 into here. So my only worry was these guys doing a breakout towards our mulberry and that, but oops. He can't move unless they want to. He's there for a, he's only got to move a 3, so we can pick him up virtually any time, and he's going to move a 3. So no, they're not going to be able to do anything there. Okay, so I need to get Delaterre over. So this guy first is going to go 1, 2 into Genoa. And we get it fully functional. And I've run out of green dots. No! Oh, there's a couple more. 3. Okay, so we pick up Genoa. That's another 2, taking us to 46 supply capacity. This guy will come over with him. 1, 2, 3. This guy will come over. Now mountains. Oh, sorry, it's mountain. Units stop and move, except mountain units. Yeah. So he's just going to go 1. No, he's not. Let's do it all together. 1. Stay there. 1, 2. 1, 2, 3. He moves over. 1, 2, 3. So he's good, and they move over with him. And that's about that. So no attacks down here. So we've finished our second movement phase. We're into the second of impulse, I should say, and we have 3 attacks. We have 2 at 2-to-1 and 1 at 1-to-1. Yay! So again, let's start at the left, move up, come down, see what we get. Okay, so the first one, 2-to-1. For a 5, a DR, which he's in a fortification, so he doesn't have to go anywhere. So that's done. They're done, and he just sits there fat, dumb and happy. Righto, next a 2-to-1 up here. The pattern for 2 is an AR. Right. Which means we've got to come out of Arnhem. Bugger. Okay, so they've gone back to 1. I don't want to go back any further. And then we have the 1-to-1 over here on the west wall as well. For a 2, again, which is an A1. Let me just move this over so I can get there. An A1. So we lose 1. And then we have to retreat all surviving units 1 or 2 hexes. So what we're going to do is we're going to retreat. We can't go into mountains. We're going to have to come back to Luxembourg. Like that. I think that's right. We can go into mountains. We can't go into Alpine. So we will go to there, which puts us in a frankly nice place to start pushing through if we want as well. So that is that. That's our 3 attacks. So, rail control phase. Right. So we have a rail control here for the partisans. We have rail control here. We have rail control here. We're not caring about any of this other stuff. We have rail control there, 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 like that. So nothing's coming through this way. We have rail control here, there. We have rail control here. So, but at the moment I've run out of rail control markers. Not that it matters too much. Okay, and then it's the supply phase. Righto, so these guys here can trace back around to Anvers and out. They've got Patton with them. Ooh. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No, I forgot about that, didn't I? So he gets reduced. That was silly of me. 1, 2, 3, 4. So these are both in with Bradley. But yeah, he was just out. Bugger! I screwed that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. Well, they may come out and try and take him out. These guys have got Creta. All these have got Montgomery. And everything down the south is good as well. They're either in a port city or they're under control. It's just this little fella is out in the open. My first major screw up for them supply-wise, I think. And that is that for the Americans. So we've done Americans. It was mainly the Americans that did stuff. So for the Allies. We've only got 3 more fortresses to take out in the Calais Gap. Brussels, we're starting to punch through. It'll be interesting to see if the Germans try and move back into Arnhem, but they're going to be attacking a lot if they do, with having the 2 American stacks there. It'll be interesting to see if they try and pinch off this armoured, reduced armoured division. What they're going to do about these guys, and whether they try and snap up any of these as well. With them being a bit more spread out now, it might be worthwhile them having a go, but they're still pretty well, these are all doubled in mountains and rough and all that sort of stuff. And rough and mountains, so, they're all pretty bloody substantial anyway. So again, if, as I've discussed on, I think it was Consim Forum, if the Germans come out and just try and really smack the hell out of something like Montgomery here, then there's a good chance that they're not going to kill everybody there, that's for sure. And then they get left out in the open for a counterattack by the Allies next time, potentially. So it's a little bit difficult. But anyway, we'll leave it there, and then we'll come on back and do the German part of turn 16. So take care. I'll catch you in a while. Righto, we're back. We're bad, we're mad, and we're ready to go on with the German part of the turn. So the German replacement phase, and we had 2 sack on their German replacements, so they get no replacements extra this time. So they have 1 armour and 2 infantry, which they effectively can't use again. I could bring back a reduced infantry unit, but I don't think that is a great idea at the moment, so I'd rather keep it to try and bolster our forces if we can. So that's it. So let's go on to the German move impulse, and the Germans are going to do a couple of counterattacks. Dun, dun, dun. And see if we can make a bit of a mess of some things. So this Tiger unit here is going to go 1, 2, 3, 4 to there. The 113th Panzer, 1, 2, 3. The 106th Panzer, 1. And the SS Tiger is going to go 1, oh sorry, whoop, goes 1, 2 into Liège, and the SS Tiger comes forward 1, 2. This unit stays. This infantry will come forward 1, 2, and this infantry will come forward 1, 2, 3, like that. Right, so we'll just leave that there for the moment. So this is there in open terrain for a 4, and we have 2, 4, 8, 16, 20, 2, 4, 8, 16. To 4 is a 4 to 1 against this little fella here. Right. And then we're going to try and take out the 53rd here. So we're going to bring forward this little fella here. He's going to go 1, 2, 3, yeah, into there. That goes. This guy comes forward, 1, 2. The infantry stays there for the moment, and this SS unit comes forward 1, 2, 3, 4 to there. This SS unit comes forward 1, 2, 3, 4 to there. Panzer Division comes. Oh, hang on. Whoa, can't do that, can I? Let's just go back. Daddy did a no-no. I forgot. I got bomber command here. Oh, that's okay. That's not going to affect these guys, is it? Dickhead. Okay, so we got 2, 4, 7. An extra one there, have I? Yeah, I picked up that as well. 2, 4, 7. Now the Panzer unit can't come over. This guy comes forward and goes 1, 2, 3, 4 to there. This infantry comes forward 1, 2, 3 and into there, and into there. Can't get in there, can I? Damn it. Is that going to give me enough? 4, 8, 13, 16, 18, 20. I need 24. One, two. 1, 2, 1, 2. He stays there, he stays there. So that gives us 4, 8, 12. 4, 8, 13. It's 25 to 12, so that's going to be a 2 to 1 into there. Right, and this is the spoiling attack here. Okay. Now this guy comes forward. 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2. Sorry. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This guy goes 1, 2, 3 into there. He's still there. He's still there. They're still all in the underwear. I was going to bring this guy over, but I can't really. And I was going to bring this guy over, and I can't really either. Okay. I think that's about it there, and there's nothing down south that we can really do either. So, our first combat impulse. So this attack is a, well, this one is a, we got 6 and 8 is 14 and 1 is 50, is 30. 3 to 30 is a 1 to 10, so it's a, yeah, 1 to 5 or 6. So we'll do that first. For a 4 is an A1. So he's gone. It's a pain that it was about the best I could do. Right, where's he going? He was a 5. Up on the turn track. There we go. Okie doke. Which now leaves us in here, because he's been attacked. So we have a 2 to 1 there. For a 1 is an A1. Okay, so we'll do this guy. And with an A1, retreat 1 or 2 hexes. Okay, so this guy is going to retreat 1, 2. This guy will retreat 1 into there. And 1 into there. Like that. This guy will retreat 1, 2 into there. 1, 2 into there, and 1 into there. Righto, which leaves our last one up here as a 4 to 1 for a 2, which is an exchange. So the American unit is gone. And we'll lose this unit. The 106th Panzer Regiment from 706th Panzer Regiment from 7, and I can't find it. Probably because it was turn 7, you idiot. Yes, it was. Okay. So that's done. So nothing fantastic there, but we knocked out a reduced American armoured division, and we've retaken Liege. Right, so we go into the second move, impulse. So we could try and throw another attack in here, but I just don't like the odds at all. So I'm simply going to move this little fella to here, like that. And I'm going to move this little fella to here, like that. Bum, 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 da, da, da. And I think that's it down there. Now up here, is anybody else we can throw an attack into? These guys can only move 2. So realistically, I think we need to pull this guy back 1, 2. And we can probably pull this little fella back. No, in fact, we'll leave him there. This guy will go 1, 2, 3, back to there, and this guy will go in there as well. Like that. And that can go away for the time being. Okay, anything else we want to move? If we flipped all of these, we'd have 2, 5. He's not going anywhere. So again, no, there's nothing we can do up here. It'd be a 1-to-1, and I just don't see the sense in it. Because at the moment we're tying these up for a couple of turns, and if I pull those out to go in there 1-to-1, then realistically probably 1 turn and this will be knocked out, allowing these troops forward. So excuse me. So there are no attacks this time. So we go into the rail control phase, and we've got units here, so we're good now. So we could rail units right up into there, but that's not going to help. Over here it doesn't really make any difference, so no. And then we go into the supply phase, and everybody is good to rock and roll. I didn't want to move these guys back into here because they would have had to attack here. So in fact, I should have pulled them back, shouldn't I? Thinking, rather than just sitting there fat, dumb, and bloody happy. Where can I get them to? Probably back. I should have taken them back to Dortmund. So I'm doing that now. Or into Essen, in fact. And bring him forward to there. So that was actually part of the move, and I screwed up. And then it's the end of turn segment, so these guys are good to move again. These guys are good to move again. And that's about it. So, that was the last turn in September. We go into October next month, and the weather gets worse. So only on a clear on a 1 to 3, overcast on a 4 to 5. So yeah, it's not as bad as it could be, but it's not flash, that's for sure. So what else can I say? Not much really. I did some screw ups there. I've gone back, I've sort of fixed them. And the whole trouble we've got now is that trying to build here so I can try and get a force to come out if need be. We've left this open for the Americans, but 2 of their units here, oh 1, sorry, 2, yeah. 2 of their units are defunct and need to be made up, so they're probably not going to go anywhere further east than Arnhem and hold there until we can get some other forces in there. hopefully Bradley will take out this area or most of this area. Hopefully take out these two this turn, or the next turn I should say, and get Simpson here over to try and take out Brussels. Try and get the Americans to take out Marseille, and try and get some of these units forward again, and we may be able to, what's there, 5 is 10, it'd be nearly a 1 to 6, 12, 13, yeah. So if I get these guys into here, then we can start to try and punch these guys out. We haven't knocked off any Volksgrenadiers at the moment, so there's not going to be any more of them showing up for the time being. And try and get these guys maybe up and around as well into here to start knocking on this door. There's only 10 there. So if we can get these guys up and around, these guys up, and all the rest of it, then we can start to come through and wind them up, but it leaves all this area free. Sorry about bumping the camera, which is what I'm trying not to do as well. So that's why I'm going to try and get Dempsey down there to help, but he may need to cut off the retreat down here, look at these guys as well, sort of thing, before we can go too much further. Okay, so thanks very much again, and I will catch you for turn 17, which is the first week in October, in the next video. Take care. Bye-bye.